This is my castle, and if I ever were to lose it during this campaign, no matter what, it's game over. Now, it all starts with making our character, and I decide that surgeons are a great fit for this challenge. So I quickly customize our character and our banner, and I name him Thorstein. And boom, here we are, and I'm already selling some of our starter gear that we don't need, like the civilian section of our character. And I also buy some food for the road ahead. And I'm off to examine our castle. The first thing I realized on the way to the castle is that we're getting quite a lot of income from it. Now I was pretty excited about this, because having this income would help us build ourselves up and get stronger, because we could get attacked anytime, any day. I also inspected the garrison inside and it wasn't too bad. So I take some of the low tier recruits, put in my warband, and I head out. I decided to go straight to Omor, the neighboring city, and I buy a shield, a spear, a fur cape for more body armor, and then we head out. And I decide to test how good the sturgeon recruits are, so we test our prowess on some nearby forest bandits. Now the recruits showed to be better than I thought, and that's thanks to them having both axes and spears. So after that swift victory, we also chase down another bandit group, and they quickly get evaporated from the map. Okay? So I decided to head further down the peninsula to look for more bandits, because I wanted to get a higher clan tier, and the easiest way to do that is to win battles. But on our way, we get caught by Rogo, a hostile faction leader of the barbarians. Thanks to our 2 earlier battles, I was able to upgrade our troops to spear throwers, which massively helped in this battle, and we were able to win and defeat Rogo. So after selling off a lot of gear and him as a prisoner, I buy a new pretty decent helmet because I don't want to get headshot and instantly die on the battlefield. And after leaving the city, we get caught by 16 forest bandits, which leaves us no choice but to try to run them down. This was a very close fight, but thanks to our forces managing to split the enemy forces, we were actually able to win because of our shields. Nice. After that victory, we yoink their gear. Nice, pretty good. We accept a quest from one of our villages, where we have to kill some bandits. There we go, that's a better sword. Thanks to our new sword, we were able to get a few kills and level up, and we also defeated the enemies with not too many losses. Well, let's call it quite a few, but it doesn't matter. After this, we recruit Eliaksha as we need a governor for our castle. So after assigning her and putting some money into the reserves so she can build, we head out and attack some raiders. Now this will be the toughest fight yet. 18 raiders versus our warband of 17. This battle was extremely close, but sadly after I fell in battle, we lost. So I head defeated back to our castle, and I take out some veteran high-tier archers, and I decide to go get revenge on these sea raiders. Shoot him! Fucking get him, boys! Oh! I'll help you, brother. And as I thought, our high-tier archers slaughtered and ate those sea raiders alive. Now I continued to grind for a couple of days, First, we fought some Sea Raiders. Here we also did an escort caravan quest where we had to fight a lot of cavalry, which was pretty tough. Eat them! Bully him! Bully him! And again, fought some more Sea Raiders. Boom. Boom. And after all this, I decided to buy some horses, so I go to Hjalmaris and the Empire and buy some Midlands Palfrey as they're pretty cheap. But on our way back from the Empire, we get caught by some deserters, and a battle ensues. Ah! Kill the Malavaton! Kill him! Kill him! Kill that booger! Dude, how tanky are you, man? Even though they had some tanks in the ranks, we still won. And with the spoils from the past days, I decided it's time for an upgrade of our gear. Nice. After this, we also talked to Gudrun, and we asked to marry Svana. And with his blessing, the marriage is on. Now, celebrating this marriage, we go and attack a Sea Raider hideout, because why not? Oh, let's fight. Oh shit. Dude, I don't know who the fuck is who. Other than some confusion on who was on my side, it was a swift victory. Also right after, we get into a huge fight with Heltman, another faction leader who has 67 people under his banner. So I put up a defensive shield wall and hope for the best. With Heltman's strength, he managed to go straight through my block and down me. But either way, we won, because for some reason in his warband, he only had peasants and witches. Weirdo. So after taking him as a prisoner, we go and kill some Sea Raiders. I was testing some berserkers, and wow, they're strong. Now after these two victories, we managed to reach clan tier 2, and right after that, Svana gives birth to our first baby. Isn't that just crazy? I also head to our garrison to check out how the training is going, and it's going pretty well. Most of our troops are high tier, which will be good when we have to defend it. After sitting in our castle for a while, we get our first interactions with one of the kingdoms, where Monchuk, the leader of the Hussite, asks if we maybe want to become a vassal. Do I become a vassal for Sturgia? Because I also realized that our character, Thorstein, looks eerily similar to the king of Sturgia, Ragnvad. So yeah, it kind of felt like it had to happen, you know. The bad thing about joining a kingdom is that now we are on the spear tip of Sturgia, and if we ever were to go to war, we are probably the first castle to fall if we go against the Empire, Vlandians, or Britannia. Now because of this, I create another party with Eliaksha the Shield Maiden as a party leader, as I wanted Svana to be the governor of the castle in case of a defense, because she's an extremely good leader. Then a kingdom decision pops up, a vote to declare war on the Hussites. And of course there's a yes. So I quickly race to the east and I join Tuvir's army, where we chill with him until we reach our first battle. Oh, that's a huge battle. Now, this battle was very equal. We had the same amount of units, where the only difference was pretty much that we had more infantry while they had a lot of horse archers. Our infantry consisted mostly of low tier troops, but of the high tier troops, they were really high tier. But when it comes to our archers were actually mostly high tier. It was a nice counter to their horse archers. Now, in this battle, I would be joining the right flank, where we were going to sneak up a hill and then flank the archers. Yeah. A devastating hit landed by one of the Hussite archers. The battle resulted in a victory, but with quite a lot of losses. So again, we're with Tuvir's army and we go to Kaisar Castle to siege. And well, I don't know what's wrong with Tuvir, but we sat and sieged that castle from spring 21st to the 12th of summer, where all he did was build ballistas. So I detached, went back towards Tial, and I was able to help Gudun right in the nick of time. Here we were fighting a united army of deserters with quite high tier troops. And with equal numbers, this could quite easily become a loss. With a well-timed charge from a Vlandian sergeant, we were outmaneuvered and put down. But luckily, even without me, we won, thanks to our organization and our tactics. On our way back to Tial, we were able to ambush another Hussite army. And again, a battle ensued with equal numbers, and I had very low HP. Now, thanks to our army being infantry heavy, we were able to win. We took some of the leaders as prisoner and we went back to Tial and put him in prison. Huge win. I then decided to head back to my castle as I had lost quite a lot of numbers and I needed to reorganize. Now, while in the castle, Svana gave birth to another baby, and a kingdom decision popped up with a peace proposal, with majority voted yes, and we would receive quite a lot of tribute. And with quite a lot of riches in our coffers, I decided to do another upgrade of our gear. Now having very high body armor and head armor, a hatchet as a sidearm, a pike, and a two-handed axe. It was good that I upgraded my gear because a war was closely looming. A war with Britannia, and we are on the spearhead of Sturgia. So I quickly gather an army and I attack nearby castles, starting with Utelheim. If I was able to make a buffer zone between me and Britannia, my castle wouldn't be immediately attacked. So the first siege starts. Come on, boys. Oh my god. We're losing quite a lot of troops in this siege, so I tried to climb up the ladders and push through to split off the enemy defenders, but I was put down. Push through! No. But luckily, it was a victory nonetheless, even though our losses were quite high. So off to the next castle I went, and another siege started. This time we had a ballista on our side, and there was some enemy catapults I wanted to try to shoot down. So I went over there to see what I could do. Where's the other catapult? Oh. After some time of shooting the ballista, I noticed that I was quite useless with it, so I moved on to join the ranks instead. Finally, I had shown some worth in the siege without dying immediately, so that was good. And also, we won. Then I went to yet another castle and sieged it, Gersago's castle. I had now taken a castle to the west, north, and now this one in the south. Is that a farmer? Oh. What the fuck? Now, we didn't have the best troops for the siege, so I was trying to assess on which side I should help. The right side was going very slowly, and they didn't really get through much. But on the left side, I saw that they were starting to get a little bit in, so I wanted to go over there and make a push through. We'll try the left side instead. That guy lost his arm, I think. Trying to make space on the left side of the breach, my weapon got knocked out of my hand, and I was put down. And this actually resulted in the death of Thorstein. Now, the chance of this happening is extremely low, but for some reason it happened to us. So this is sadly the end of this campaign, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. And if you did, press subscribe, press a like, and I'll see you in the next one.